I've got Brody out here, and we was doing a little grooming on him. You can see he's shedding really bad. He was in upper Wisconsin to begin with, and the original owner that got him from me as a puppy couldn't keep him. He moved right after he bought Brody, actually the same night, next day, something like that. And he got to the point that Brody was at his parents' and he couldn't keep him any longer, and asked me if I wanted him back. Same as any of my customers, we asked them to return the pups rather than selling them or giving them away or whatever. We've had 2 of them that we know of that got gave or sold to other people and ended up in really bad situations. When it was time for me to go pick Brody up, hopefully you can hear me with him on here. He's fired up. I kind of got the equipment out here and started working him a little bit, and he's pretty fired up. I ended up with really bad COVID. It was my 3rd different variant on the COVID. It was Omicron, or what a lot of us like to call the Omnicrud. I was really sick, so I talked to a customer who was 45 minutes away from where he was, up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And she had just got a younger half-brother to Brody, and she had a female that was breeding age, and I thought Brody would make her a good stud dog, so I asked her if she could go pick him up and take him. After about a month, she just couldn't handle his drive. I thought farm life would be really great for Brody, but it was great for Brody to the point that he loved chickens and he loved goats, to the point that he got a hold of one of her goats and put 3 big lacerations, which I believe had to be stitched up. And that was when I got the call to come meet with her to get Brody back down here. Brody's been here for, I don't know, a few weeks, possibly. I don't believe he's been here quite a month. And anytime I'd walk over to feed him and raise my hand up, he would pull his head back like he was about to be hit. And even before I got him out here brushing, I kind of raised my hand up a couple of times just to see how he would act. And anyhow, once we got the equipment out and started working him, he's pretty sure he ain't taking a beating. So looks like he's going to come back out of it with some work. I was really skeptical of the way he was acting when I got him back. Brody's out of Harley Von Fox and Joshi Z Adarova Sadhu. Joshi's sister, Jessica Z Adarova Sadhu, is still over in Slovakia or the Czech Republic. Her owner trains a lot of dogs for people in the States. Says she's the best dog she's ever owned. And I also imported Joshi's sister, Jersey, Z Hatterova Sadu, which was stolen from me about 1.5 years ago. Long story, but people that know it knows what went on. Joshi, Brody's mother, went to my buddy Carson Helmendollar, and his wife is fighting breast cancer right now. She's going through chemo, started losing her hair really bad. Finally shaved it off the other night. Went and got results of her scans today. I just kind of want to mention that because they do have a fundraiser for Bobby Helmendollar, and it can either be found on her Facebook page if you scroll down my Facebook page, or Carson Helmendollar's page. Facebook page. But back to Brody. Brody's like 1 year and 7 months, 1 year and 8 months old. I can't remember what his original owner named him, but apparently he wasn't answering to that. The second person named him Brody. She liked the name. It's got some meaning. I believe her and her husband is from either the Czech Republic or I believe it was the Czech Republic themselves. But there's some meaning behind the name. She liked the name, and but anyhow, wanted to get this out, shoot a little bit of video. Even though Brody obviously has been hit somewheres by somebody at some time, for him to pull back, I don't believe it was done at an early enough age where it's completely destroyed him. If anything, it's with some work, it's going to build his defense. He does have a very strong defense, just like his father, Harley. And I noticed that a little bit ago when I was working him up and cracking the whip at the same time. Just the sound got him really fired up earlier. And I mean, just like his father. And yep, there you see him pull away. This is what he's been doing. That tells me he's been hit, beat, whatever, and he's done realize, hey, Bob ain't going to hit me. Yeah, you'll bite it, won't you? I believe he's going to come back out of it. I don't believe it went on for a long enough period of time that it's going to really damage him. Let's see here. We'll test him out a little more. Yeah, you can see he'll pull out of it. It was fairly recent, I believe. I'm still completely 100% undecided on what I'm going to do with Brody yet. I've been looking for a new stud out of Harley, and he takes after Harley so much that I believe he will make a hell of a stud dog or something. This is one of the things that I'm shooting this video real quick. I've got a dog that I'm working with. I ain't going to mention the name of it. Anytime I put the equipment on the ground, he'll bark just like that. Maybe not quite as hard, but the very minute that I pick it up, the dog shuts down. Kind of similar to that, but the difference is with Brody, you see, he'll fire right back up. Revere. 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 Like I say, I've never worked with this dog at all, but we're going to get a bark out of him again, and we're going to reward him. Looks so much like a young Harley. It ain't even funny. But I had to toss him at reward as soon as he barked. Whereas the other dog, we're having a time to get him to bark with the equipment in the hand. He shuts down. He doesn't want to bite with it in the hand. I've done zero work with this dog here. He's about as raw as they come. And we're going to show you again once he decides to spit this out, because he don't understand anything. He'll lay down here in a minute, take it out of his mouth. He don't understand the word else. Drop it, leave it, or anything else. None of those pet commands, none of those working dog commands. But Brody has zero problems hitting that in my hand. Now, he did kind of give a little sissy bite there. He's another one that was raised with a baby in the house, and original owner, like so many of them, think they have to teach the dogs some manners. And when they teach them manners, they break them down. We don't like to teach them manners until after they're a year old and they've had some training. He's wore down. He should really be barking. There we go. Come on. It will take a little work with him, but he does have it in him. There. This right here is what we really need to see to work a dog. He will latch on to it, not let go. He's got an insane drive to him. The thing with him not wanting to bite up in the hands as much, doing a little sissy bite, this dog still has tons of drive to him. And he can be worked out of that. He can be brought out of that. This is also one of the differences between raising them in a kennel and raising them in a house, where they're not allowed to be pups, are not allowed to be dogs. And of course, you see me going with the dog when he's pulling. That's called letting the dog win. A lot of people don't understand that. In the beginning, letting the dog win means letting that puppy drag you around. That's him winning. Let him take it. He took it. I've got loose hand on here. And once he gets done here, we're going to pop it away from him. Oh, pop myself away. He doesn't care that it's in the hand. He's still barking. He's a little slow on hitting things up in the hands, but this is absolutely 100% the first time I've worked with this dog at this age. He's never seen a bite sleeve before. He don't know what to do with that bite sleeve. I do know that the first owner played ball with him a little bit. Second person attempted to play ball, and he just simply would not release for anything. And after an hour, half hour of her and her husband trying to pry the ball out of the dog's mouth, they called me up, and they were both exhausted trying to get the ball away from the dog, because he absolutely was not releasing it. And I told him a little trick to make him release it, and it took them all of about 2 seconds after I told them what to do to get him to release it and get the ball away from the dog. I'm going to post this on my Facebook pages, and of course he still needs some brushing up. You can see we was at it out here. He looked worse. I didn't actually get the brush. I started plucking, and you guys can throw whatever in the comments about what you think you'd do with Brody if you had Brody. And maybe give me a thumbs up on this video or something. I know this ain't much of a video, but just figured I'd get him out. Got another dog going home this weekend, back to Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm trying to figure out who my next project is going to be. I've got a few male dogs around that should have been trained up for narcotics, bite work, whatever. It's easy enough to throw it on there. He's gonna walk me circles around this tree until he wraps us up on it. And we're still making decisions. I got 2 half brothers to him, Tuck and Tank, that I'm evaluating and things at the same time. Haven't got a chance to do anything with them yet. I bounced a sleeve in front of their kennel a couple of times just to make sure they still got the drive. And other than that, haven't taught them to sit, plots, heel, bite, anything yet. Sometimes the best thing to do is not get them out in full with them until you're ready to start putting the time in and do something with them. And it's about that time with a few of them around here. I've got to make some decisions on who's staying, who's going to be a future stud. I like Brody's build. He's a little on the short side. He's really thick like his father Harley. Never know. He just might be bred once and go on to. I think he's a little bit over age for a department. We bring him back out of this stuff where he thinks he's going to get hit and teach him more to bite on command and so forth, and turn him into a personal protection dog. He's raised with a baby, around little kids and things, so we know he's good with all that. But throw me something in the comments.